Okay, as promised, this is our guided illustration untuk chapter 5. So I'm going to do this question. Okay, it is December 2016, call Fasi Berhad. Let's move on. Okay, is question number 5. This company, they manufacture a wide range of pelleted animal feeds, makanan binatang. Okay, so they operate through its two main division, which is Veggie and Catty. Okay, Veggie division dia buat dietary nutrients untuk animals, dan Catty specifically manufacture cats foods. So Veggie dia receive demand from outside customer as well as other internal divisions. So dia boleh jual kat orang luar dan dia juga boleh jual dekat orang-orang internal divisions yang sama organisation. Okay, and its latest product called Veg A has been launched few years ago. So dia bagi you the budgeted amount for each pack. So untuk satu Veg A, the direct materials adalah 8, direct labor 6, variable production overhead adalah 7, fixed production overhead adalah 30,000 per year, other fixed overhead adalah 15,000 per year. So this product is sold externally. So harga market price dekat orang luar adalah 33 ringgit per pack, and currently Veggie division is producing 40,000 packs per year at its full capacity. So capacity penuh dia 40,000 pack. Okay. So if you can see from here that the fixed production overhead and other fixed overhead is actually the nature of FC is unchanged, kan? Dia unchanged regardless of activity level. So tak kisahlah berapa banyak dia produce and sell, the fixed cost, which is these two, dia akan charge based on normal or its production capacity. Okay, so kita akan tengok macam mana information ni relevant later. Next adalah berkenaan dengan Catty division, a quarter 1/4 daripada Veg A. So 1/4 of 40,000 is 10,000. So 10,000 Veg A is transferred to Catty division. The balance is sold to external customer. So now you know that daripada 40, 30 jual ke orang luar, 10 jual kepada Catty. The manager of Catty rejected the recent suggestion made by Veggie division of using market price. So Veggie ni dia suggest kenapa kita tak guna market price je untuk internal transfer. Okay, sebab selama-selama ini dia menerima benda tu, Veg A tu, dengan harga RM21, which is the variable cost of one pack of Veg A. So selama-selama ni dia beli, dia tu maksudnya Catty beli daripada Veggie dengan harga RM21 satu pack. So mungkin Veggie nak menambahkan lagi dia punya profit, so dia suggest lah why not kita guna market price. So sebab nak guna market price, Catty ni tak say, dia tak nak. Okay, so Catty ni pula dia produce Best Kitty to the external market. So untuk Best Kitty ni jual ke external market sahaja, and Veg A is part of its main ingredient to produce it. So satu pack Veg A adalah untuk produce satu pack of Best Kitty dengan berat 20 kg per pack. So this ingredient is not available from outside supplier. So tak available from outside supplier, tak boleh simply nak beli. Therefore, Catty has to purchase it from Veggie before processing Best Kitty. So yang ni adalah cost structure untuk Best Kitty. Selling price untuk Best Kitty adalah RM150 per unit of best kitty. So berapa unit yang best kitty dia produce? Dia produce a quarter of batch A. So dia akan produce sama banyak, which is 10,000 units. Sebabnya satu batch A, satu best kitty. Okay. So these are all the direct material cost, 8 campur 10 campur 11. Yang ini adalah kos lain-lain. Yang ni tak termasuk kos untuk batch A. Okay. So yang ni macam awak dapat batch A dengan harga 21. Lepas tu awak kena tambah lagi kos-kos lain. Okay. So the fixed production overhead and fixed selling overhead is given accordingly. Right. So let's look at the required. Okay. Untuk A, dia suruh you describe 3 possible problems that may arise from the direct intervention by top management in setting up the transfer price. So this one is theory part. Apa masalah yang boleh berlaku kalau the management intervene with setting up transfer price? Okay, you ada headquarter dan headquarter bagi tahu harga apa yang you nak kena being charged ataupun charge kepada buyer. So you kena identify 3 masalah. Okay, untuk 6 markah. Okay, next adalah B. You kena calculate the profit of each division and the company as a whole. So you ada 3 benda nak kena kira, which is first adalah Veggie, Cathy and the company. Okay, you kena guna the following transfer pricing policy. First one, kalau you transfer menggunakan market price. Second one, kalau you transfer guna variable cost. So apa yang kita nak kat sini, kita nak kira profit kalau dia transfer guna 2 harga yang berbeza for 7 marks. Untuk C, okay, this is bringing the question to another level, di mana dia kata Cathy ni dah jumpa a new supplier untuk batch A dengan harga RM25 per pack, which is lagi murah lah. Okay, lagi murah daripada market price. So it is estimated that kalau Cathy beli batch A daripada supplier ni, a quarter of veggie division production will become idle. Maksudnya 1/4 daripada 40,000 kapasiti tu akan tak guna. So bila tak guna, tak payahlah produce sebanyak itu. Okay. So advise the manager of Cathy sama ada patut ke dia beli batch A daripada new supplier atau beli daripada veggie division, tetapi keputusan dia must be taken in the best interest of the company as a whole. For 7 marks. Okay. So kita akan tengok this one later. Third D, you have to propose an appropriate range of transfer price that will result in a favorable situation untuk setiap division and the company as a whole. So you kena ada range. Remember that I lecture you about the range of price. So you kena suggest a range and describe ataupun discuss each range price. Okay, dan impact dia kepada division dengan company to get you 5 marks. So altogether, you will have 25 marks for the question. So I hope that is clear. Let us move on. Okay, the first question is a theory part which comprises of 6 marks. You need to describe 3 possible problems that may arise from direct intervention by the top management in setting up the transfer price. So basically what you need to find out adalah apa masalah kalau HQ tentukan transfer price tu berapa. Okay, so how are you going to answer these questions? These are the suggested solution that you may choose to do. First one is the problem is inconsistency with the philosophy of decentralization, because under decentralized unit, the transfer price of each division adalah separate unit. It is considered differently, and each unit have a influence ataupun has autonomous power to decide which ataupun how much transfer price to use. Okay, so kalau kita intervene dia punya transfer price, then dia tak konsisten lah dengan philosophy of decentralization. Next one, loss of divisional autonomous power, because the divisional manager no longer being given choice to whom they supply ataupun purchase from. So, bila dia rasa macam dia tak ada power, dia mungkin akan ada masalah motivational. Dia punya motivation dia akan down. Okay, because the manager might be forced to accept price that later lead to lower profit for the division. Next one adalah conflict between divisional manager and top management. So when you decide, the top management decide to direct a TP, okay, nak tentukan harga transfer price, dia mungkin akan create conflict dengan division manager, antara division manager dengan top management. Okay, so with this, dia akan create dysfunctional behavior and could discourage the division to achieve the goal congruence of the organization. Okay, for requirement B, what you need to do adalah to calculate profit of each division and the company as a whole using the following transfer pricing policy. First one, if you transfer at market price. Second one, if you transfer at variable cost. As far as we are concerned, currently dia memang transfer at variable cost kan. Cuma the veggie department, veggie units ni dia intend to increase that transfer cost to the market price. So what we are going to do now adalah kita nak tengok impact kepada profit kalau guna dua harga ni, right? So let's look at the first one. If you transfer at market price, so you akan prepare 3 column, which is veggie here, Cathy, and also the group. Okay, 3 columns altogether. So you akan prepare a normal pro forma of profit or loss. This is sales. So untuk sales, you ada external and also internal sales. So since kalau dia transfer at market price, okay, so you akan guna external dengan harga 33. Yang ini memang normal market price. Untuk internal pun dia guna harga 33 sebab dia kata TP at market price. So internal sales akan jadi 330,000. And then you akan minus the production cost. Okay, untuk production cost of veggie, you ada 40,000. How do you get this 40,000? Is from here. The total 30 campur dengan 10 kat sini. So dapat 40,000. Dan dia punya variable cost dia dah bagi tahu at harga RM21. So you dapat 840. And then these two adalah the fixed cost and other fixed costs. You just add up here. And then this sales minus all the production cost, you akan dapat 435 of the net profit for veggie. Untuk Cathy, dia jual kepada orang luar Best Kitty tu dengan harga RM150. So dia jual 10,000 unit, which is satu veg A sama dengan satu Best Kitty, right? So 10,000 here darab dengan 150, you dapat 1.5 million. And then remember that there is a transfer cost here. Okay, untuk transfer cost ni dia akan ambil figure yang sama daripada internal sales veggie akan jadi the transfer cost of Cathy. Betul tak? Sebab sales untuk veggie akan jadi cost untuk Cathy untuk dia buat Best Kitty dia tu. Okay, so now next adalah you akan ambil dia punya variable cost. Variable cost dia adalah 10,000 darab dengan yang additional materials and labor cost tu. Material, labor, variable production overhead. So 8 campur 10 campur 11 darab dengan 10,000 dapat 290. So dekat sini is okay kalau you nak campur terus. Maksudnya you ambil 21 campur 8 campur 10 campur 11. Boleh juga. Ataupun you boleh juga separatekan dia macam ni. Okay, kenapa I separatekan? Because I want it to look different. Okay, I nak nampak jelas 330,000 ni daripada veggie ke Cathy. So sebab tu I pecahkan dia. And then untuk 15 dengan 8 ni adalah fixed cost and other fixed cost. And then this one adalah dia punya net profit of Cathy. So untuk group, I just tambah je daripada tepi. 1320 campur 1.5 juta, you dapat 2820. And then this one pun sama, I tambahkan dia je. Okay. So if you notice that the profit is 1.292 million. Okay. So this one kalau dia transfer at market price. So we're going to look at another soalan yang nombor 2 ni kalau dia transfer at variable cost. So let's look at it. This one kalau dia transfer at variable cost, you can see the difference here is only this one. Okay, the 210. Now, kalau dia transfer at variable cost, dekat sini akan jadi 210,000 dan dekat sini akan jadi 210,000. Yang lain-lain tak berubah. Okay, remain the same. So, you akan kira, recalculate balik, your new net profit will be 315,977. And if you notice here, the net profit is unchanged, right? 1292000. Okay, so here you can see also that menggunakan TP at market price akan meningkatkan profit veggie by 120. Kenapa 120? Because previously dia punya net profit adalah 315. Dia kan guna variable cost. Okay, selepas tukar dia punya harga kepada market price, dia jadi higher. Okay, 435. So, untuk Cathy pula, dia akan reduce by 120. Kita compare this one dengan yang sebelum ni punya. I hope that is clear. Next one. This is an alternative way to find the impact on profit if the company or if you don't want to prepare the SOPL again. So what can you do is that you already have this information, right? Profit if using market price. So you get this one from the previous working. And then since you know the changes only applies for the transfer price value, so you just find the difference, the change if transfer price if using variable cost. So you dapat lah yang ni 33 tolak 21, so the difference is 12 ringgit. Okay, so times dengan 10,000 because this is the internal sales value, so you dapat untuk veggie if they use the variable cost, dia akan kurang by 120 dia punya profit, right? So dia akan jadi 315. Untuk Cathy dia akan naik 120, so dia akan jadi 977 if it purchase using variable cost. So profit if using variable cost adalah 315 untuk veggie, Cathy 977. If you can see from here, the value for the group is unchanged. Okay, so note that changes only happen in the amount of transfer price being charged. Others remain unchanged. So that is why it's okay if you just calculate the change here. Okay, and also you need to note that as long as the transfer happened, regardless of whatever price being charged, the group profitability remain unchanged. So it's still the same, 1292. It will be the same as long as you transfer. Okay. Okay, this one is a new scenario, guys, whereby dia assuming that Cathy division now, dia dah found a new supplier untuk batch A at a price of RM25 per pack. Okay, so now dia nak decide dia patut ke tak beli daripada the outside supplier at RM25 per pack. Sebabnya veggie nak jual kat dia sekarang dengan harga market price. But if Cathy purchase daripada the new supplier 1/4 daripada veggie production capacity, dia akan jadi idle. So dia akan jadi unused. So you akan advise the manager of Cathy sama ada patut beli daripada the new supplier ataupun beli daripada veggie. So your decision must be taken in the best interest of the company as a whole. So when it is in the best interest of the company as a whole, you have to consider the profit figure, the overall profit figure. So for 7 marks, what is your workings? It will be something like this. If Cathy buys from outside, so veggie, you akan ada external sales sahaja, no internal sales sebabnya dah tak jual kepada Cathy. So ada 990. Your production cost, remember this one, you tak perlulah produce 40,000 like before. You only have to produce 30 because now another 10,000 will become idle. So times dengan RM21, so you dapat 630,000. The fixed cost is charged based on normal production, so it will be unchanged regardless of whatever production level yang you achieve. So your net profit untuk veggie, if Cathy buys from outside, adalah 315. Untuk Cathy pula, dia still jual dengan harga 150 with a 10,000 purchase from outside. Okay, so these are the purchase costs, which is RM25 times dengan 10,000. These are the other costs yang relevant untuk you process jadi best kitty. And these two are the fixed production cost that is irrelevant. It is unchanged regardless of productivity level. So it is still the same figure. You will get 937. So if you look at the group profitability here, you will notice that it will be a bit lower, right, from the previous one. $1,252 compared to the previous one is $1,292, right? Okay. So the conclusion is Cathy should buy from veggie since the profit of the company as a whole is higher by 40,000 if it's buy from internal division, ataupun you boleh twist sikit dia punya conclusion, Cathy should not buy from the external supplier since it lead to the total reduction of 40,000 in the company's whole profitability and it would not be of the best interest of the company as a whole. So, what can they do? They can negotiate the price. Okay, so kalau jual dengan harga 33, Cathy tu tak nak. So, dia kena negotiate lah for a lower price. And kita akan tengok the next part. Yang tu kita akan discuss further pasal the range of price. Okay. Okay, next you are going to propose the appropriate range of transfer price that will result in favorable situation for each division and the company as a whole. Okay, so you know that the minimum, the variable cost adalah RM21. So this variable cost akan jadi the minimum range. And the maximum now is not $33 anymore. It is actually RM25. Sebab ada orang yang willing to sell at 25. So the TP range would be TP right here. Okay, is is 21 and 25. Yang ni adalah dia punya range. So you have to discuss further on your answer. If the veggie division sells lower than 21, lower. What happen if it sell lower? Then dia tak boleh nak cover dia punya variable cost. Kalau dia jual at market price 33 sebagaimana dia jual kat orang luar, then Cathy tak nak beli. Sebab dia boleh beli daripada luar dengan harga 25. Okay, so ni you just have to explain this range. Okay, so what happened next adalah veggie ni dia ada spare capacity yang tak akan terguna kalau Cathy tak setuju nak transfer. So what happened to the veggie, dia akan menyebabkan lower efficiency of fixed production overhead management. Sebabnya sekarang ni dia punya fixed overhead kena absorb kepada a lower ataupun lesser units of production. Jadi satu unit akan ada higher FPOH per unit. Sebab sebelum ni unit dia 40,000, sekarang dah jadi 30, right? So dia akan jadi lagi besar lah dia punya FPOH per unit. So your conclusion is that it would not be the best interest of the company as a whole kalau Cathy purchase from external supplier since the overall profitability akan reduce by 40. So what you need to do adalah you need to negotiate further on the transfer price. Okay, so the range will be between 21 to 25 ringgit. Okay, I hope that is clear. We are basically done for a guided tutorial. So I'll see you guys again in our class for some discussion on the next questions. Okay. So I have done with this one. You akan buat all of this, maybe starting with this one untuk next meeting. Thank you.